Welcome back to our Warrior Esports post-match interview with our champions, ZanarkandApes. I'm here with my co-caster.
Sean Swives here.
I'm Preston Zarkath Edwards, and we're going to have the winning team, ZanarkandApes, quickly do an introduction for you. Go ahead.
Top lane.
Go top laner.
Top laner, yeah, top laner.
Oh.
So,
We're talking about.
okay, say,
Apparently,
I'm Cody, I play top lane, my favorite food is.
Food is raspberry cheesecake.
Good.
apparently their top laner's life awareness is not as good as his lane awareness.
Not even.
You have no idea.
Okay, so say what your your summoner name is.
My summoner name is Norver.
Okay.
Or ZanarkandApes.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
I think I'll change that to cherry cheesecake.
Cherries. Okay. It's an odd pick.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Okay, great pick. Great pick. Top lane's favorite food is cheesecake. That's probably why he was proxy farming on Malphite, because
Yes.
he's very cheesy.
I actually was doing that.
Oh, God.
Yes, I know. All right, so mid laner.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott, aka Rascot, the mid laner, and my favorite food is unborn children, but when I can't get those, I just go for any kind of pastries.
Unborn children. All right.
Nice.
I really like that answer. But I also like the follow-up answer of pastries. So good job. Where our jungle.
Okay, I'm Alex, I play jungle. My summer name is Clave Redwin, and my favorite food is mid laners.
Okay, mid laners. We saw that. You kind of camped that Syndra like the whole game. So I guess that's fairly true. All right, let's go. Our AD carry. We should all know he is, since I talked about him the entire game.
Hello, I'm Jacob. My in-game name is Pyro, and my favorite food is fish, filleted fish.
Creeps, red buff.
Fish.
Yeah,
Favorite food is fish.
any kind of
Okay.
fish.
Are you French?
I am incredibly not French.
It's very white, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I was just asking because that answer kind of stinks like French people.
Oh,
All right, so our support player. Go ahead.
That is me. I'm Zach, also known as Leon. Favorite food is pasta. Yep. Stick with that.
Okay. All right, that's the first normal answer.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had
I think
pastries, sort
You
of.
had unborn children, man.
Yeah, but you know how often I actually get to eat that?
Once every 9 months.
All right, guys. So we're gonna ask you guys a few questions, a few curiosities. How long have you guys been playing together?
I think this is like 4 or 5 months together.
Yeah.
4 or 5
Less than
months.
that.
Yeah.
It's getting
We've
pretty
seen you guys
serious.
a lot. What's your guys' practice schedule like?
Friday.
Oh, once a week.
Once a week, really?
Yeah.
We all get.
Eat once
We've
a
got
week.
pretty busy schedules, so we all get together on Fridays in the evening and play for a bit. Occasionally we get time on the other days, but Friday's the regular.
Okay. How long do you practice on Fridays?
A few hours a day.
How did you guys meet?
I played Teemo support in YOLO queue for Pyro, and we stomped lane, so I asked him to be on our team.
And myself, Cuss, and Cody all met through a mutual friend of mine in university, and we started playing together years ago.
Okay.
And Leon
great.
and I have hated each other for years.
Yep.
So you all met in university. What university did you guys go to?
University of Guelph.
No.
Guelph.
Guelph.
Well,
Guelph.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yes, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right,
Goddamn
I'm
racist
letting you-
Americans.
Hey, I'm not racist at all. French people are not a race, excuse me. So, all right. So you guys have been to the final round twice, right? You
This
guys,
is actually our 4th time.
Yeah.
fourth time. So you guys have been here a lot. You never
So
gotten a win. How did it finally feel to win the tournament?
Absolutely incredible.
Used exhaust.
Fucking
Never
sweet.
used exhaust.
Oh, so that
Uh,
wasn't intentional.
Well,
No, it was.
Oh,
if
okay.
if you like my explanation of it, I'm Clave, by the way.
Okay.
If you run exhaust on a flare jungler, their jungler can't invade you alone because they'll lose every fight. So you literally have a safe jungle and you can just farm safe.
Huh. That's very interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, so now that we're kind of past the preliminary questions, let's go into more of the gameplay aspects. Pyro, you picked literally my favorite person for you to play. I love seeing you on Jinx. It seemed like you had an easy time in that bot lane. Why was it so easy? I mean, we saw Yato dominate literally everyone he's played today. Why were you able to just turn that corner?
I mean, it was actually kind of surprising. He like never attacked me, so I was able to just kind of farm up until I had my blade, and then he couldn't fight me because Jinx with her blade is unstoppable, especially for Caitlyn, like against Caitlyn.
So
Is that
why'd you
kind of
opt-
Go ahead.
So why did you opt for a blade opposed to another rush like Infinity Edge or something like that?
Because I wanted the early sustain, and Bloodthirster sucks. So
Makes sense.
so Blade's really the only other choice.
So do you feel like a lot of AD carries are getting pigeonholed into that early?
I absolutely feel like that. Yeah.
Do you like that? Is that something good that a lot of AD carries need to
Um,
have?
I think it's something that you should pick your AD carry around that. You should pick a champion that can handle an early blade well.
Okay, very cool. Well, congratulations on your dominating lane. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Again, I like watching you play on Jinx. Watching you go crazy when you get excited is really fun. Let's talk about your, I guess your hated partner in the bot lane there. You picked Karma support twice today, and both the times that we saw you did really well. I don't think I saw you miss a Q the entire time. Kind of run me through why it was Karma a comfort pick for you. What's your favorite thing to do on Karma?
Normally I like to tend to like Braum Thresh, but those were taken away this game, so Karma is just strong early. If you noticed level 1, they invaded our blue, and then when they came down, we just poked Morgana down to like 25%, I think, instantly.
Yeah.
And the lane was, we were really ahead from that point on.
So you think that it's more just the poke that you're used to? Braum and Thresh both have poke abilities. Do you just play any poke champion, or is it something special about Karma that is over the other two?
I think Karma's just really strong early game. Her Mantra Q just does incredible damage, and it can set you ahead in lane.
Very good. So you've been playing with Pyro for a little while after you trolled with Teemo. How long have you played support?
Support? I was originally a mid. I'd say maybe it's been a year. I probably main support when I met Pyro, and then from then on. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So what do you think of the new support meta with more gold items, more ability to carry the game from the support position?
I like it a lot better. Before it was stale and boring. We just stacked gold items, and it's just more fun now, and you're stronger.
Okay. Have you felt like you've carried games as support?
Yeah. Like Thresh, champions like Thresh can be playmakers, and one hook can be the difference between losing and winning your game.
Cool. Well, it was very nice to see a Karma dominate a matchup that she typically isn't supposed to. Typically you see Morgana's winning that matchup pretty easily, but I feel like your bot lane synergy was really just fantastic. So kudos to both you, and kudos to you on your incredible Karma play.
Thank you.
We're gonna switch gears a little bit and go to the top lane. Malphite versus Renekton.
Yeah.
Probably
what
the
was
strangest matchup.
What was the thought process picking Malphite?
I think back in season 3, the beginning of season 3, I actually used to play a lot of Garen and Malphite. To this day, I don't really play meta top laners. I try to stay away from Renekton and Shiv and Jax. I actually like playing Jace and Quinn and those kind of players. But, I mean, the Malphite and Shiv, it's a big wall. And with the exhaust, diving into their team with an exhaust, it's just really hard to play against. As long as we can survive the early game, and as you saw, Vi dove me, used her ult when I was at 200 HP, and the exhaust just negated it.
Yeah, that was fantastic. That kill pickup when Vi dived you into the tower, and again when Renekton dived you into the tower, was really impressive.
Mhm.
Is that a play that happens a lot when you play Malphite?
That happens a lot when I play any champion. I can honestly say I get dove a lot. A lot. So I've just learned to deal with a lot of it.
So, would you recommend a lot more people using that exhaust top lane, or do you think that's something that's, uh, you know, beneficial for your playstyle?
Well, I mean, to be honest, the last few games we've been playing, we haven't been playing so much for the early game. As long as we can survive until about 15, 16 minutes, then we have a really good team fight composition, which was why I brought the exhaust. I didn't bring it to beat Renekton, but as long as I could survive 16 minutes, I could dive into their team, exhaust anybody diving past me, or exhaust Syndra if she still lived, and I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it to people who want to play more aggressive, but it's definitely more of a team thing to do.
Okay. So you took Malphite, an off-meta top laner against literally the most meta top laner there is. One of the hardest Malphite matchups that I know of. What math went on in your head that allowed you to annihilate that Renekton?
Um, I've been playing top lane since I started playing League, and my runes are a little funny. For that matchup, I actually use the runes I take when I'm playing AP mid against an AD mid and an AD top. So I had heavy armor, but I also brought along the magic penetration, the scaling magic resist, and extra armor. And I feel like magic penetration really it gives me the little boost of damage I need. Meanwhile, I get that penetration for later game when I'm diving the squishies.
Well, that was really fun to watch. I'd never seen a Malphite beat a Renekton. Hell, I don't really think I've seen anyone ever really beat a Renekton, so that was
Yeah,
cool.
especially that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of spanked him a little bit, and your ults
Dirty
were definitely
crocodile.
on point. So, congratulations to you, and good job beating a lane that I think really you had no business beating.
And not only
so-
that, but the team you guys were playing were dominant in all their games, laning especially. So, I mean, extra kudos to you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. So now we're gonna move to the mid lane. You picked Ziggs. Why?
To be perfectly honest, when they picked Syndra, Syndra is a colossal lane bully. I absolutely hate going against her with anyone. So a lot of my picks wouldn't do well against that. I need to pick someone who can farm safely from long range and who isn't going to just get gibbed instantly as soon as Syndra hits 6. And Ziggs is one of my go-tos for that, though my other long-range farmers wouldn't even fit in a comp like that because Twisted Fate will get crapped on by Syndra. Vel'Koz will get... I don't honestly know how the matchup goes, but Ziggs is the safest pick.
So my thought when I saw Malphite and Shyvana picked before the mid laner was instantly Orianna. I figured the ball delivery system and the safe farming as well as the shield protection for Syndra would have been good. Is that a champion that you play?
It is, but not in the way you think it. Orianna has been my solo queue support champion since like Season 2. I never play her mid. I hate playing her mid. But as a support, I think she's undervalued.
Interesting. So do you main mid or do you main support?
I do main mid. In solo queue, that's my thing, and with the team, that's been my thing. I used to play AD carry when I started the game, but the crowd of people we played with evolved, and our old mid laner stopped playing with the team. Cough, cough, label out. So we had to find a new one to fill the slot. I stepped in, and that's what we've been doing since then.
Yeah, Label Out is a great mid laner, but I think he just works better in bot lane. I think that's kind of his bread and butter. But going back to you, you kind of had one of the more even lane matchups. I don't really think either of you had a decided advantage going into mid game or late game.
I never plan on beating a Syndra like that because she's got the toolkit to win early.
Yeah,
the best you can do is go even and then take your advantages elsewhere.
It seems like you had a real sense of exactly what you were going to do when the game started. You were really going to sit back and throw bombs to team fights, and your ultimates were on point every time. Is that kind of what you aim to do with Ziggs? Like, do you just not care about early game at all? You're just going to throw bombs?
It depends. Sometimes I play for the early game, but the team mentality for this tournament has been mostly to set up the late games, and we ran the Malphite the game before, and it synergized great with the Ziggs ultimate because as soon as he ults someone, I throw my ult on them. It lands before they have a chance to get down and do anything, and that's half their health gone right there on possibly
Yeah.
2-3 targets.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Again, you guys had great synergy the whole game. Thank you again for answering my questions. We're going to move on to one last role, the jungle. So, Shyvana jungle, not really your standard matchup. Run me down your thought process with Shyvana jungle and how long you've been playing Shyvana in the jungle.
I've been playing Shyvana in the jungle since early season 2. I probably ended up stealing it from CLG back when they were stomping. I've actually been running the exhaust on her for a very long time as well. It gives you the ability to safe farm, get into late game, but also it gives me the ability to get into their jungle and ward. If you noticed, I actually got a ton of wards on Vi, and we kind of got to keep tabs on her all game. And something that kind of goes on behind the scenes is I got a lot of timers on her camps, and that's why we ended up stealing early blue, and she started to get behind a little bit early.
Yeah, you guys seem to have the jungle's number from minute one. I'm actually a jungle main as well. I don't know if I'm as good as you. I think my highest ever was gold 1. But what I try and do is kind of vision domination. Is that your playstyle as well, or do you kind of like assassinations or ganking potentials?
When I'm running an exhaust jungle like that, it's got to be a vision dominating game because you got to know you're looking to counter jungle them and minimize risk of you being counter jungled, and you're also going to be looking for timers and stuff like that. It's really important that you can see where their jungler is, because if we don't have vision on Vi and she starts to get ganks and starts to snowball and get rolling, the lane ganks are going to be worse and worse. But if she never gets going, that's great because our laners get to have even kind of they could even fall a little bit behind. It's not a big deal because the Shiv pickup is going to be super strong coming into the late game, especially because I'm not running Flash.
Yeah, that really was a game changer. Really great to see a different jungle than the norm, and good to see someone play her so effectively. And I really like the Dragon's Descent and Unstoppable Force synergy with Malphite and Shyvana there. That was really strong.
Yeah, it was just really solid play from everyone the entire game. Really nice to watch.
That was our best game that we've ever played. Like, I'll go out on a limb and say best game.
Yeah, that was really good. That was a strong game from everybody. So my last question, this is for anyone that wants to speak up. Who would you say is your star, your go-to player?
Jacob is the comedian.
Oh, wow.
It's really hard to say because it changes from game to game so much. We have games where Cody shines really strong. That's Norver because he gets those perfect initiates on the enemy team, and then we just straight up wreck them after that. We have games where I get tons of kills and I start snowballing all over the place. More often than not, we have games where Pyro gets kills and he starts crushing lanes. And then you've seen Leon's play as a support. He just gets all over the place. He supported me in mid lane a couple of times, helped me get ahead there. And I can't go without the jungler. Cuss does a fantastic job of counter jungling and actually getting in there, keeping their jungler from being a threat.
Okay.
So it's difficult to put a name on the best player on the team.
We all played this game. We all played well.
Yeah. So have you guys ever thought about going on to like the Challenger Series, or is this just kind of like a casual thing you guys do?
Casual at the moment.
Casual, yeah.
Casual-ish. I mean, if we ever see the opportunity, I doubt we're going to say no, but we're not, setting aside 5 hours a day to sit down and grind ranked and get into the Challenger tier.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, again, we really appreciate you guys playing. Congratulations on finally winning this tournament.
Glorious, triumphant rise.
Yeah. thank you everyone for watching. We're going to have a tournament next weekend as well on the 28th, starting at 12 CST. Make sure that you follow the channel and check our YouTube for the VODs of all the matches. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.